Overthinking isn't just annoying, it's a loop. It's a loop of overanalyzing, overthinking, second guessing, self-doubt. It's painful. You doubt yourself until you feel anxious, overwhelmed, or just stuck. It's a thing that when you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, it just doesn't stop, does it? You know, you've been there. We've all been there. So let me show you how to stop the loop. Not with willpower, but with a new program for your brain. Something cool, something fun, something easy. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 self-talk phrases that act as interrupters. They'll help you stop overthinking in its tracks, calm your mind, and trust yourself again. These aren't positive affirmations or getting you to try to think positive. Nope. These are brain commands. And when used daily, they help you reprogram your self-talk, your brain, for confidence, calm, and relief from that overthinking mind. So let's get started on the phrases, because I know you're going to love them and they're going to help you immensely. Here's your first phrase. I wrote them all down for you, and hopefully you will copy and paste from the description, or you'll write them down for yourself, because they're interrupters and they are very, very powerful. You ready? The wind is kind of like the loop. It doesn't stop. So here's the first one. Winners think differently. They focus on what they can control, not what they can't. I'm a winner, so I stop overthinking what I can't control and take action on what I can. Isn't that good? That's really, really powerful. So here's your second phrase. These really help immensely. Overthinking wastes time and energy, and I value both. I never overthink or underthink. I give the right amount of thought to everything and trust myself to decide. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. You can. Your third phrase is, I always know what matters to me. I always know what matters to me. If I'm unclear, I write down 3 reasons why it is or isn't important. That's how I trust myself to make the right choice. Okay, let's go to the last one, and you're going to see just how powerful. I got my little papers here. Blowing away, blowing away. So here's the last one. I don't waste energy on the insignificant. I spend just enough time thinking, and then I decide. That's what winners do, and that's what I do too. So the way that you use these, the way that I use them, I listen to a self-talk app. I record my own as well. Then I can listen and I can repeat. It's really important that they're repeated to you, or that you are listening. You can record these yourself and then put them on play and listen, and you want to record at least 3 times so that you're getting that repetition. Okay, so what makes these work is neuroplasticity. We are working with the brain. This is very exciting stuff, because this is really empowering you to be in control of those programs. You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. But those programs, that unlimited promise and potential, that is still there. That is still there in your brain, even though it's covered up right now with programs that don't serve you. So think of your brain like a supercomputer. And this is based on repetition, intention, and emotion. I mean, these are just 3 rules. There are actually 7 rules, but these ones, especially the repetition, is so critical. You want to repeat, because that is how you get into your brain what it is, the program that you want. And you want these programs. You want to stop the overthinking. You want to stop that loop. And these are interrupters, the phrases that I wrote out for you. So if you think of your brain like here's how it works, like a supercomputer. The hardware is your brain, and the software are the programs that are running in your brain. So most people are running outdated software, a software code. Call it outdated, call it negative. Let's just say neuro experts or brain experts tell us that over 77% of your conscious brain, your conscious thinking, your conscious programs are negative, they're harmful, they sabotage you. You're wondering, why do I keep self-sabotaging? What is up with that? That's your programs that are running 77% in your conscious brain. Listen to this, in your subconscious, 95% in your subconscious are sabotaging, they're automatic. That is where your programs are running from. That is about where you run from, is your subconscious. So understand that. So the good news is you can install the new software. That what I just gave you, those 4 phrases that I created for you, those are so powerful. Write them down, say them to yourself, repeat, or record them and listen back to them. This is how you rewire your brain with programs that you want, with very positive, powerful. These are brain commands telling the brain, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so I don't waste energy on the insignificant. This is phrase 4, but I just want to show you how it works. You're telling your brain, I don't waste time on the insignificant. Or I don't waste energy. I actually had waste time and then I changed it, but I don't waste energy on the insignificant. I spend just enough time thinking and then I decide. That's what winners do, and that's what I do too. You are a winner. You are a winner. So you can install the new software. That is new software, and that is starting with those phrases. So I'm going to tell you a story real quickly. The sun is going down. It's so gorgeous. By the way, I'm Lynnie Wennerstrom, and I'm a certified self-talk trainer and a life coach. So this story is kind of a funny story, but this is about the overthinking. Back when I was a radio host, my husband and I bought a Harley. And if you're familiar with Harleys, you'll know about a fat boy. And so when I'm on the air the next morning, just having fun with my co-host, he asked me what kind of bike did I get? And I said, well, we got a Harley, and and he asked the model, and I said, it's a fat boy. And then I said, my hubby, he was a little bit overweight, and I said, now I got 2 fat boys. And we were laughing so hard. And then we had callers call in, and they were laughing. And then I started thinking, ooh, I wonder if that may have hurt his feelings or anything. And I felt really bad, and I just kept thinking and overthinking. And I thought, man, I just need to call him. And he was doing stuff. And the thing is, he listened to all the shows every morning. He would always listen. I thought, I know he heard it. But I had to do show prep for the next day and all that kind of stuff. And so it really was just an interesting, that overthinking. I was thinking about like the overthinking, and it was when I called him finally, but I had told myself this story and I just couldn't stop thinking, like, what if I hurt him? What if, and here we are laughing and making fun, but it was just funny. It wasn't, and I would tell myself all these stories, but I couldn't stop that loop. That loop was not annoying, but painful. And when I finally talked to him, he was laughing. He was like, that's the best joke ever. And he told everybody for many, many years that same story. He would say, yeah, back when Lynnie was a radio personality in the morning show, she got on the air and we had just gotten a fat boy, a Harley, and she told everyone that now she had 2 fat boys. That was one of his stories. So anyway, it felt good, but I'm just telling you, that loop, it can be really painful. It's just like you tell yourself these stories and you can't stop thinking. And so what I just gave you, those phrases, they're interrupters. They stop it in its tracks. So that obsessing, the checking, the overthinking, there's no need for it. So that is the self-talk, positive self-talk, that will stop you and help you. So if you're stuck in overthinking and you don't know why it's happening, I've got a quiz that I created for you. It might take a minute or 2 because it has 8 answers and it's filled with cute little animals. There's the overthinker, and there's the rewire, and there's the performer. But what is your self-talk style? So in the description, the wind is really blowing, but in the description, you'll find the quiz. And so take the quiz and see what your self-talk style is. And that will really help you to start understanding where you're coming from. And where, we all want to be rewiring our brains. Once you understand neuroplasticity, which, by the way, is your brain's ability to rewire itself. So that's really important, and constantly until the last breath you take. So that's really important that you understand that, how empowered you really are. You're not stuck with the self-doubt and the overthinking loops and all of that. No, not at all. Not at all. These phrases are really going to help. I'm not going to repeat them, but these are the things to say when you're overthinking and you're stuck in that loop. And I want you to take that quiz. Not for me, but for you, because this will really help you and it'll open your eyes. It won't take you very long unless you have to really feel like you need to think. Anyway, if you like this video, if it helped you, if it was a great tool, share it with somebody you love, because we all get stuck in those loops, and share that so that they also can move out of they can get these interrupters and just stop this in its tracks. I promise you it works. It works like a charm. And if you repeat, meaning not just every single day, but do 21 days, then go 30 days and write these down, read them to yourself 3 times each one. And pretty soon, those loops that you have, you will have that self-talk in your brain rather than a loop that keeps going. And you will also, both of those, or you'll also have the interrupter that when it does happen, you'll be in control because you'll have that tool. So that's really, really cool. So we all deserve to feel free, focused, and not in that loop and in the dark. So know this. I know you can do this. I love you. You are awesome and amazing. You can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. You are born with unlimited promise and potential. That potential is still there. You can rewire your brain, get that back, and know that you can do this. I believe in you, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.